Welcome, my name is Colleen Tauke and I'm the sewing specialist here at Fons & Porter. In this Quilting Quickly tutorial, I'm going to show you how to put together the blocks for the table runner called Luck of the Irish. We have 2.5-inch wide strips and a background fabric so that we can see all those wonderful green prints. If you'd like to purchase this pattern, you can visit our website. From those 2.5-inch pre-cuts, we are going to be cutting 2.5-inch squares, and you need to have 4 that are matching in order to create the petals for the clover leaf blocks that we're going to create. So using 4 that match, you're going to then cut some smaller squares, and these are really tiny to work with, so just be careful, kind of don't distort them. And what we're going to do is we're going to mark each of those small squares with a diagonal. Now if you feel comfortable just making a quick diagonal seam across it without marking them, feel free to do that too. But just if you haven't done this before, it's a diagonal seam method, so we're going to be sewing from corner to corner across. Now you're going to end up doing this on 3 of the 4 sides of each of your green prints, and that will then create that rounded shape of the petal. Now once you've gotten it stitched across the block diagonally, then you want to trim away the excess, not too much waste there, and then open that out and press. I'm just going to finger press here, just nice and neat, try not to distort it too much. And then if you add 2 more, you would have the 3 pieces that create that petal. And then it's just the positioning with the one corner left empty is the very center. So create that center, join into rows and into rows, and then join the rows to make that 4 patch. And then each of the 4 patches you'll see here has a bar, a short one on one side, a little bit longer one on the other, just to give each of them kind of a space to float instead of being next to each other. Once you've created those blocks, then they dance back and forth. So we've got one like this, one like this, and they alternate down the project. Once you've made the required number, then you would attach those into a row, and you'll notice there's not a stem yet, but there doesn't need to be yet because it's going to be floating down onto a border. We're going to put a floating white inner border all the way around the top and the bottom. There is already a small bar here, so that's the spacer. So I guess it should look more like this. And then you're going to go in and you're going to, once you've got these 2 bars on, then you're going to put in a stem on your clover leaf. And what you'll need to do is trace using your favorite fusible material. I've got Steam and Seam here. There are other products that work similarly. You'll take the pattern that we've given you for the little stem in the magazine and trace it onto the paper that will create an iron-on type thing. I've used a Sharpie here so that if you use graphite or pencil, you can transfer that gray to your fabric, and we don't want to do that. So a Sharpie makes a nice line so that you can cut out that shape. Just bubble cut it out. Don't want to cut on the line at this point. And then you're going to adhere it to the back side of the fabric. And this product has paper on 2 sides so that you can remove the one that's not traced on. The other side then sticks to your fabric temporarily. And then you can come in with your scissors and make a nice clean cut. Even though maybe you didn't trace it perfectly, this is your chance to make the curve nice and neat. So you cut it out exact, and then you have a fusible stem that you can put in place. Come back and take just the paper side away. Sometimes it's just a little bit of a challenge to get just the paper like that. Now this product is tacky, so it can be laid in place. You can lay it in place to position it You would probably want to use a matching one, but for this case, we're just going to lay it here. And it will extend onto that white wide border that you've created there once it's sewn in place. And then you can go back and you can use either a zigzag stitch or a blanket stitch by machine, or you can do it by hand and finish off those edges. And if you haven't done raw edge applique before, you can visit our Sew Easy section on our Fons and Porter page to find out more about doing those edge finishes for raw edge applique. So that creates then the whole interior portion of our table runner. What we have left then to do is to add borders that are pieced with simple blocks that will finish off your little holiday runner like this. And you have a long one here. So you have an easy project for that St. Patty's Day celebration. For more of our video tutorials, please visit our website. Thanks for joining me today.